Good morning children. I hope you all are safe at your places. This is Jyoti Nahar representing Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, Kota. And today we will be discussing the bookwork and question and answers of chapter number 11, Air and Water. So let us start children. Children, I hope you have gone through the explanatory video that has been sent to you. Now, today we are going to discuss the book exercise and copy work of chapter number 11, that is Air and Water. So let us start with our first exercise that is given on page number 102. Let's recall. Here you have to write T for true and F for false statement. The first statement given here is air is a mixture of gases. Yes, this is a true statement because air, it is a mixture of different gases. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and many other gases are present in the air. Second one, oxygen is needed for putting out fire. No, this is a false statement because oxygen helps in burning, not in putting out fire. Third one, carbon dioxide is used in fire extinguishers. Yes, this is a true statement because the fire extinguishers, the red cylinders that are present in the malls, in the police stations, in railway stations that you see, they have carbon dioxide which is used for putting out fire. Then the atmosphere protects us from meteoroids. Yes, this statement is again a true one because the mesosphere, that is the third layer, protects our earth from meteoroids. The meteoroids come and crash in this surface and thus protect our earth from meteoroids. Then air pressure helps us to drink juice using a straw. Yes, this is again a true statement because we know that this is the property of air, that it exerts pressure. So the straw that we use to drink juice, it also helps us to drink juice with the help of the same property, that is air exerts pressure. When we suck in the air which is inside the straw, the water takes the space of the air and thus the juice or water, whatever we are drinking with the straw, it comes up in the straw. So this was the exercise which is present on 102. Let's come to the back exercise which is on page number 106. So children, the first exercise here is take the correct answer. What do we need to breathe? Yes children, to breathe in we need air, and what is the main constituent of air that we are breathing in? It is oxygen that we are inhaling. So the correct answer here is air. Which of the following gases supports burning? Nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen and helium. Out of these, only oxygen is the gas which supports burning. Oxygen is needed for burning. Yes, we all know that oxygen, it helps in the burning. Without oxygen, the candle that we are burning or any fire, it wouldn't go without the oxygen. Then space shuttles orbit in the fourth layer, that is the thermosphere. In the thermosphere we have the space shuttles that go into the space. They keep moving or they keep orbiting in the thermosphere layer. Then the rate of sedimentation can be improved by adding, this is an experiment that we had showed you, that we can increase the rate of sedimentation by adding a chemical called alum, and this process is called loading. So the correct answer here that you are going to take is D, alum. Which of the following methods is used to get the purest form of water? Yes children, we had done many ways of purification of water. Out of these we had seen that the distillation, it gives you the purest form of water. The distillate that is obtained after evaporation and condensation of water, it is the purest form of water. So the correct answer here is distillation. Coming to our next exercise, fill in the blanks. Here you are given two words in the bracket. You have to choose the correct one and put it in the space that is provided. Air exerts, is it pressure or weight? Air exerts pressure. We have done the properties of air, that it exerts pressure. The second one, ozone layer lies in the dash. Yes children, we have discussed that the ozone layer, it lies in the second layer, that is stratosphere. So you are going to write stratosphere over here. Then the third one, we have dash impurities can be removed by evaporation. Yes, evaporation and distillation, both these methods they are used when insoluble impurities are present in water. So we are going to write insoluble over here. Fourth one, in exosphere air is very thin. Yes, this is the last layer of this layers of air, and in this layer the air becomes very thin. Distilled water is used in car dash, in car batteries, in inverters, in science laboratories we use distilled water. So this correct answer here is battery. Then the next one, name the following. The first one here is the gas used in fire extinguishers. Just now we have discussed that carbon dioxide is used in the fire extinguishers. So you are going to write carbon dioxide over here. The first layer above the earth's surface. Among the 5 layers of the earth's surface, the first one is troposphere. Two methods that are used for removing soluble impurities. For insoluble impurities we use sedimentation and decantation and filtration. For soluble impurities we use evaporation and distillation. These two methods are used to remove soluble impurities when the impurities are dissolved in water. The simplest way of purifying drinking water, it is boiling. This is the simplest way which we can use at home also. This is a very simple method. Boil water for 5 to 10 minutes and then all the germs which are present in it, they are killed. Then you can filter it and store it. Name 2 diseases caused by drinking dirty water. 2 diseases that are caused due to drinking of dirty water are jaundice and cholera. So you are going to write jaundice and cholera over here. Then we have the next activity, that is let's do. Here you have to label the diagram. The diagram of distillation which is showing distillation is given to you. You need to label the diagram. The first one here, it is showing that the steam is changing into water. Here first we have a round bottom flask. In this impure water is heated. This is given number 2 and number 1, that is steam changes into water. Here the steam, when it passes through the condenser, it changes into water, and the third one here, pure water is collected and this is known as distillate. Okay children, now we have our next exercise which is on page number 108. You have to identify the methods of purifying water. Different methods are shown here with the help of diagrams. You have to write the name, identify them and write their names. The first one, we are using a funnel. Inside it we are having a filter paper. So this method is filtration. Second method is showing the sediments which are deposited at the bottom of water. So this method you are going to write sedimentation over here. In this method, what is shown? The clear water is being poured out into the another container. So this method is decantation, and the last one where boiling is done, water is allowed to boil and the vapors evaporate up. So this process is called evaporation. So this was about the book work. Now coming to the copy work. In our copy work, we have first the definitions, the important definitions of this chapter. The first one is atmosphere. And now what is atmosphere? It is a blanket of air that surrounds the earth. Atmosphere, it acts like an envelope which is protecting our earth, which is surrounded, our earth is surrounded by this envelope. Then evaporation, we have already done in our earlier classes also, children. What is evaporation? It is the process of changing water into water vapors. When we heat a substance, when we heat a liquid, it converts into vapor state or gaseous state. So this process, when water is converted into water vapor on heating, is called evaporation. Then answer the following questions. The first one, write down the properties of air. We have discussed the three properties of air, and what are the three properties? The three properties are: it occupies space, it has weight, and it exerts pressure. All these properties we had discussed, and we have proved also with the help of some experiment or some activity. So these are the three properties of air. Second question that we have over here, differentiate between soluble and insoluble impurities. In a tabular form, you are going to differentiate between soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. Now what are soluble impurities? The impurities that dissolve in water. The impurities which are soluble in water, we call them soluble impurities, and the impurities that do not dissolve in water, they remain suspended in water, these type of impurities are called insoluble impurities. And soluble impurities can be removed by evaporation and distillation. These two methods are used for soluble impurities, and sedimentation, decantation and filtration, these three methods are used to remove insoluble impurities. So these impurities can be removed by sedimentation, decantation and filtration. And what are the examples of soluble impurities? Here we are going to write in the third point, the examples are salt and sugar, because salt and sugar, you know that they dissolve in water, and sand and pebbles are the examples of insoluble impurities, because they do not dissolve in water, they remain suspended in water. So our next answer, that is question number 3. Explain the different layers of the atmosphere. You have to write about the atmosphere, 5 layers of the atmosphere, and after that you are going to draw the diagram also, children. So first we will discuss the layers. First one is troposphere. It is the first layer, and all changes in the weather occur in this layer. All the weather changes, like when sometimes it is cloudy, sometimes it's sunny, all these weather changes, they occur in the first layer, that is the troposphere. And stratosphere, it is the second layer, and ozone layer is present in this region. The ozone layer, which protects our earth from harmful ultraviolet rays, is present in the layer, that is second layer, stratosphere. The third one, mesosphere, it is the third layer, and meteoroids burn in this layer so that they do not crash into the Earth's surface. The meteoroids, you know, children, they are rocks which come and crash on the Earth's surface, and they are they come with so great speed that they can even create a big hole if they crash on the Earth's surface. So these meteoroids, they are burnt out in the mesosphere layer only. So our Earth is protected from meteoroids. And then the fourth layer, thermosphere, is the fourth layer. Space shuttles, they orbit in this layer. Fifth one is the exosphere, and in this layer the air is very thin. As we go to the higher altitudes, the air becomes thinner, and in the last layer, that is exosphere, the air becomes very thin. This is the last layer, fifth layer. Then you have a very simple diagram which shows the 5 layers of the atmosphere. This you can draw from your book, which is given on page number, you have it on page number 100. You can draw it from there also, children. Next question, that is question number 4. Describe distillation. Describe distillation. What is distillation? It is the method in which water is purified by heating and condensation. First we take the water in a distillation flask and we allow it to heat. It vaporizes, means the vapors, when they pass through the condenser, they undergo condensation. And what happens in condensation? The water vapors, they convert back into water, and after this process we get water known as distilled water. This distilled water is the purest form of water, and we get it after evaporation and condensation. So the fifth one, what is the importance of atmosphere? Children, we have discussed that atmosphere, it helps us in many ways. It protects our earth from becoming too hot. The temperature of the earth is maintained by the layer of air which is surrounding the earth, that is atmosphere. And the second one, it protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays, that is the ozone layer which is present in stratosphere. It protects the earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. And the third importance is it protects us from meteoroids. The meteoroids, they burn out in mesosphere and thus protecting our earth. So these are the three importance of atmosphere, why atmosphere is important to us. Then the sixth one we have here, explain 2 ways used for purifying water at home. At home, water can be purified by different simple methods. The 2 methods that we are going to discuss here are boiling and using water filters. So at home, water can be purified by, first one is boiling. When water is boiled for 10 minutes, boil water for 10 minutes to kill germs present in it. For at least 10 minutes, if you boil the water, the germs which are present in the water, they are killed, and then you can cool down the water and store it in clean and covered containers which can be used for drinking also. Then water filters. Water filters, nowadays we have different types of water filters. RO systems are present there, water filters are there at our homes, and these can be used to purify water at home. This is the simplest way which can be used to purify water at home. The drinking water, it can be purified by using water filters of different companies that we have nowadays. So this was all about the bookwork and copywork, children. I hope you have understood. So you need to do the bookwork in your books and copywork in your copies in a very good and neat handwriting. Thank you, children.